Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Gio from Switchrpg.com. Today we are playing Gamedec on the Nintendo Switch. We found Fredo and then the Jester took him away, and now we have to get to the end of the rooftops and find Fredo before his brain gets fried, and we may have to kill people. It's gonna be a thing, a whole thing. Oh dang, these guys just... What is happening? Can I walk this way? I have no idea where I'm going. Are you guys gonna just pass out on me? What are you? Nothing is happening so far. Okay. I don't know. I have no direction. Oh, dang. Again, this is a game without combat, right? So, I'm not shooting anyone. Everything's kind of done through dialogue. I don't know what direction I'm going in. Is this where I started? It might be. Let's go this way. I thought I could talk to these. They did mention Fredo, that he was here today. See if they say it again. You called, sir? Alfred, was Fredo here today? At the company, yes, but here? Oh. Feel the couch warm? Yes, sir. This one as well. Alright, well. Huh. Like, is this happening now? Alright. Quest updated. I don't know if I was supposed to see that. I have no idea. Can I get down that way? There's like nowhere else to go.
Hello.
I'm here, Jester. Give me back the kid. Oh, for real? Indeed, you were present, although you most likely do not understand the word presence. I don't have any more digital tricks up my sleeve, and I'm a little tired from all of this. You win. The kid looks healthy enough, at least physically. He's at your disposal. And I, the avenger of wronged woman, will go back to my clients and tell them that the world won't learn from their misery. Let him explain. What do you mean? Just like you, I'm a contractor. Starlet hired me. You met her at Haggis's office. She was looking for justice for her girlfriend, the secretary of Director Haggis, who was blackmailed and sexually taken advantage of. She wasn't the only one. There was another woman taken advantage of by this son of a... If not for me, there likely would have been even more. You see, our boy Fredo is quite the rogue, rascal, and scoundrel. No, wait. He's a son of a bitch and a juvenile scumbag. Let me have him. Let me finish what I've started. I think I'd like to log off and let Haggis deal with him. Leave Fredo to just ask. What about more of his plan? What were you planning? I wanted to make a movie entitled Like Father, Like Son and post it online. I could use a few more scenes. See for yourself. A loop scene I've already seen appears on my deck. I think you mentioned it before. You said it was all to make Haggis obey. Yes, perhaps. I'm getting confused with all the... There can be more than one cause for human action, Gamedec. Ask for, yeah, what more did he do? He sexually abused the woman working for his father. Clever boy, eh? Log off with Fredo. I realize the significance of the accusations, but I came here for a specific reason. I'm taking the boy. You heard me out. I will not stand in your way. Tell Haggis whatever you want about what happened here, but remind him that it's his own fault. I wish you the best in this and future lives. Hey Fredo, you alright? I need to log off. Yeah, I guess, but sir, in this game you can only do it from the asylum. Not when you're a game deck. I'll fix it for you and see you on the other side. I am definitely ratting him out to his father. And his father better do something. Or else. I don't know what that means. Or else something.
You're here. Good.
Finally, you're awake. What's happening to my son? Dad, stop yelling. Everything hurts. You? Alive? He's okay. In pain, but okay. Mr. Gamedec, please wait in the office. Of course. What are they talking about? Without me in there. Can I hear him? There's something my son wants to tell you before we get started. I'm very grateful. Thank you. He bows and looks at his father. Huh. Emphasize talent. No problem, kid. Nothing's too hard for me. Quite the ego, eh? Alright. We still have a few things to discuss. You called, sir? Clear my schedule for the rest of the week. Get the new mobile ready to go. And call Dr. What? I don't even know what that is for an urgent house call at the apartment. Not here. Let's go home, son. The doctor will examine you just in case. Go to the car. I'll be right there. Haggis extends his hand to the kid, who automatically takes a step back. Fredo looks at me. Goodbye. Thank you again. Haggis looks at me with obvious approval. Your efficiency is impressive, but I still have a few more questions. I want to understand what happened there. Why wasn't Fredo able to get out of the game? Professional. Fredo was imprisoned and twisted and perverted by a hacker wearing a jester skin. Your son was caught in a loop and lost control of his digital body, but he was aware of what was happening around him. But you were finally able to get him out? Continue. Tell him about the errors. I don't want to tell him about everything. Let's see. Tell him about the scene at the theater. Tell him about what happened on the roofs. Yes. Your son was a prisoner of a hacker dressed like a jester. I freed him from the loop in the theater. We were stuck playing a horrific scene. Wait, the loop? What scene? Tell him about the scene in the theater. Wait, what's the difference here? Tell him about Fredo in the loop. Tell him about the scene in the theater. I'll do that one. There was a scene. There was this theater with a stage. There was a bed on the stage. Fredo was having sex with some girl. The fragment where he was stabbing a dagger into her heart was looped. It must have been going on for hours. Haggis turns pale. Fredo? Everything was being recorded. The video was supposed to be entitled Like Father, Like Son. It was even on the marquee. It was supposed to be used for blackmail. But that's not all. Then the hacker somehow transferred us up to the theater roof where I needed to take part in the disgusting game where with your son's health at stake. I was ultimately able to pass the test. Then the hacker released Fredo. I truly don't know why. He seemed omnipotent. Haggis is moved by my story. He looked at me with respect. How could something like this have affected Fredo's psyche? He speaks in a strangely raspy voice. Calm hats, serious, shrug, scalpel. He may have trauma for the rest of his life, or his mind might metabolize the whole thing without a trace. Perhaps he'll grow thanks to this. A lot depends on the temperamental parameters of his nervous system. Inhibition, resistance, and the thickness of the myelin sheaths. And development potential. You're talking like a doctor. I'll tell him your opinion. You're talking like our doctor. I'll tell him your opinion. Anything else you should know about what happened to the game? Tell him about the hacker. Mention the clan. The clan's not important. Tell him more about the hacker? The hacker had a jester skin. He didn't look like a threat, but he had quite the arsenal. He was able to modify the game's content almost any way he wanted. He even trapped the admins. And my son? He says nothing for a while, but tell him the jester's message. Yeah, the jester's message. The hacker wanted me to give you a message. What is it? He said, do as you're told and await further instructions. Son of a bitch. What was it all for? What was he pointing at trapping Fredo? Accuse him of it? No. Say it's punishment for Fredo. I think it's a punishment for your son. Say that he offended the attack, say he violated, or he molested. That's one. The hacker said something about Fredo having molested your female employees. He decided to teach him a lesson. He calls himself an Avenger. Says that's the reason why he was hired. Avenger? That's absurd. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You were tricked, Gamedec. You got lost in the opponent's smokescreen. Excuse me. The new mobile is parked at platform 12. Your son is waiting. Alright, I'm coming. I'm satisfied with your work, Gamedec. Anything else? Yeah. I'd like to see what you have to say about the molestation claims I heard. Really? Leave it alone. It's nothing serious. Let's go. Man, he knows, he obviously knows, right? It's always serious. What are you suggesting? Wait, we're moving? Okay. Accuse Fredo of no. Suggest making it go away. It doesn't matter if it's true or slander. It can be blown up by the media. You could lose a lot. I can make it go away before it hits you and your family. I have a chain of contacts and good relations with the media. If you do, you will gain a very influential friend. Well, my son is waiting for me. Thank you, detective. You can expect a hefty reward. You know, all this glitz and wealth isn't worth shit. You understand? Probably not. He squeezes my hand and looks into my eyes. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Haggis suddenly points to his portrait. Did you see this? It's by Celeste Paxi. A beautiful piece, no? I don't friggin' know. He doesn't wait for my response, smiles to himself, and leaves. He takes the elevator, and I start to make... Are we both taking the elevator? Like, is that a weird situation where we're just kind of say bye to each other and walk in the same direction? But this case would be the same direction, down an entire elevator, and then out the door. It would just be really awkward. Those goodbyes are so awkward. I snapped out of my thoughts. The apartment was overheated. The power must have given out. Recall a dream? Nah, start your day. There was no time for slacking. I need to restore power to my apartment. Luckily, Bliss had a separate source of power. Home inspections are where major domos really shine. Alright, can I open a window? Please? Please? No. Leave. I just want to turn the AC on, open a window. Sun. Computer. Bliss. Control panel for the apartment's AI, a fine piece of software that didn't treat fridge contents as its first priority. You can also talk to it. Its name is Bliss. That's the default name. I've never bothered to change it. Analyze the system. No, I thought I had Glacier. Oh no, that was one of the options I didn't take. Activate the system. A logo with two whales appeared on the panel. Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the field of AI. BWI, never alone. You are activating Bliss for the first time to start. Oh, I'm doing this for the first time? What? Damn, something had reset my settings. Probably another failure in the tower or a surge upstairs. I had to reconfigure everything again. For real? Let's check the logs. There was nothing in the system. Logs of previous activations and conversations would be in the cloud, provided they existed. Okay. Casual conversation. A holographic figure. Hello, my name is Bliss.
How can I serve you?
What would you like to talk about? Check the electrical grid. The system did not find any defects in the apartment. The fault was on the provider's end, which in this case were the tower
I'm
generators.
here for you.
What's the problem? Could you contact the electricity provider and report the problem? Of course. The problem reported. I've been assured The problem reported. I've been assured that everything has now been restored to working order. By the way, you've got a new contract. Oh boy, new contract. Breaking news. Today is Tuesday, July 11th. My name is Gina Lord, and this is the news. The creation of Dignets by BWI is still a very controversial topic. The company's spokesperson strongly denies the gossip, saying that psycho scans have been performed without the consent of the psyche's owners. The spokesperson stresses that any attempt to discredit the company will not go unanswered. This has been Warsaw City News, your source for up-to-the-date domestic and international news all day long. That's the contract? I don't get it. Quest log? Look for a new job on the computer. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I'm like not moving. Nothing is happening. Okay. I don't understand what's happening. I couldn't move. Okay, there we go. Computer. I remember buying this computer. I was only just starting out. It replaced the junker I had used to complete my first contract. I was so happy to have finished it that I had made the purchase before getting paid. I would have bet my right arm on the client's integrity, and then I'd be walking around with one arm. The money from the latest contract could be used to give it a few upgrades. Yeah, there could be other expenses. Net, games, mail. Rhonda Zappa. Once again, I would like to thank you for saving my marriage. I owe you a hell of a lot. I love Bob, even though he's a klutz with a weird religious bend. I say this because I saw how you looked at me. You know what I mean? Nothing would have come out of it. Maybe in another life. Thanks again, Rhonda. Okay, check contract. Mr. Gamedec. Got a problem. The transfer's gone through. Find me in harvest. Find me in harvest time. Once there, I'll toss a clue your way. Attached was invitation to a location in harvest time. And in advance. Standard rate plus a few pennies after the decimal point. The way in which the letter was written, coupled with the advance, suggested I'd be dealing with something odd. Nevertheless, I took the contract, partly because I didn't have any others. Alright, let's go. And quest log. Use the couch to enter harvest time game. Couch. Are you the couch? Television. Couch. Oh, there we go. Let's do this. A virtual couch made by Surfer Independent? I don't know. Not one of their newest models, but it was still reliable. At least I thought it was. A poet would call it a gateway to the sensory worlds. To me, it was just a tool of my trade. Yeah, let's check the fluid level. Fluid levels were low. I still had a few tanks left, but it's always good to have reserves. Yeah, why are we doing that? Check the couch log. Yep, everything looks okay. Very nice. We're going to make sure an error message and suggestion restore default. And a suggestion to return maybe Surfer Independent Ind couches weren't as reliable as I thought. Okay, look at the helmet. it was starting to fall apart. I needed to replace it. Damn it! Such an important gear wouldn't come cheap. I couldn't afford it at the moment. I needed a few jobs first, or one big job that paid well. Dang it! All I got. Let's do this. Harvest time. This cowboys and stuff. Interesting. Well, about time. Harvest time HUD. The Harvest time HUD shows your farm level, the amount of gold coins and chests you've collected, the active boost timer, and whether you own a gun. Alright. What do I do? Howdy. Welcome to High Rock. Alright, it looks like maybe I got something there. Okay.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to High Rock, the most beautiful town in the Wild West.
Okay. Name's Handy Joe. I'm a help bot, but don't go telling anyone. And I'll answer all your questions as long as you give me a yeehaw. Let out a yeehaw. Oh, sleeves. I can stare the bot down. Supposedly, I could give people the look that made them fear for their own lives. This is the exact look I gave them. Looks like I have a maverick on my hands. Yeehaw! What can I do for you, Desperado? Ask about Stanley? I'm looking for a guy named Stanley. Know where I can find him? Oh, searching, tracking, fascinating. Alas, I can't give you this information.
Want to see
You're not
my
on the...
farm? I got
No.
a premium decoration pack.
You need to freaking take it easy. Oh, tough luck. Take a gander at them notice
Add me
boards.
to your
Folks
friends,
write all sorts of things on them. So if you're looking for something, maybe look there. All right, so notice boards. All right, okay. Grand, holler if you need me. I'll answer, except for the one
weather's
about the
perfect.
meaning of life, of
Just
course.
like every other day.
Okay, I'm not gonna go meet. Oh,
Yeehaw.
okay. Howdy.
You just inherited a grand piece of land.
From my uncle? So you'll have a chance to taste the rancher's life. Your uncle dreamed you'd become the best farmer. Oh, I'm enthusiastic. That's amazing news. I've got land. I'm going to be a farmer. I can't believe it. Yeehaw. Exactly. Do you want to go to your farm now and start your adventure of a lifetime? No. No, thank you. I'll be waiting. All right. You be waiting. Oh, and she gone. All right, what's the notice board? Wait. Yeah, where's the notice board? Board. To the cow pen you should roam. On the board you'll see a swarm of clues. The writing on the board looked like what you'd see in a game of paper chase. This had to be a clue. I realized I should look for the next one. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Oh, is this a board? Tripping, sewing, and picking. Looting makes your head start tweaking. Climb the ladder straight to the heaven, just to crash before 11. Okay, tripping, sewing, and picking. Looting makes your head start tweaking. Climb the ladder straight to heaven, just to crash before 11. Tripping, sewing, and picking. Okay. Rhymes and misspellings. It seems so peril. Who wrote this? Alright. Looks like we gotta go to some fields. That's just a farmer by the stairs. Oh, ladder. Bango bango. Someone could actually be bothered to climb the ladder. Yes. Ladder was propped up against the roof. Someone had carved cloying. That's the one. Do it. Do it to it. Here we are. Plank. That was another clue, I think. Was it? I don't even know. I think it was. Plank. The plank had the word jump engraved on it. Just a casual stroll over the chasm. Or maybe it meant a leap of faith. There was no haystacks. Okay, just jump. It's just a game. You only live once. Just jump. It is a leap of faith. Oh, oh, oh. What the heck? I found myself in a graveyard. It made me wonder whether I had actually died in harvest time. I didn't think it was possible. Game code. The area looked like a fragment of some old seasonal event. These kind of attractions were designed to extract money from players. The location was surrounded by a barrier closing off the playable area. It should be inaccessible, but the code wasn't perfect. Check player activity. The activity log showed that other than me, there was a player with a freemium account logged in here. It was Farmer Stanley, my client. Alright, dude's here somewhere. Tombstone. I saw motion. A human silhouette emerged from behind the tombstone. Hey, are you Stanley? Take a closer look. I've seen this model before. It was one of the game's basic avatars, just in orange tone. The player picked a default name, Farmer Stanley. Was it lack of imagination, laziness, or cautiousness? It's me, Stanley, I mean. We can talk safely here. It's nice that you took the job. Ask about precautions. I can see you want to keep things low-key. First, the hide-and-seek. Now this odd place, your avatar. Stanley's silent. He looked like he didn't understand what I had said. What are you afraid of? I can't talk to anyone. The bosses get mad if we don't do our daily work, and they ban chat. All we do is farm. It's all about the loot boxes. But it's cool. They won't find us here. Few players know about the graveyard exploit. He looked around nervously. For a moment, he gazed at the door of a nearby shrine. He faltered ever so slightly, but regained his balance and pinned his eyes on me. What's troubling you, bud? Oh, nothing. Sorry. I thought I heard something. So, what should we talk about? Talk about the job. Talk about the job. Gamedec. I want to make sure that this money is enough. The advance was enough. The pay rate was low, but acceptable. Yeah, let's get more. Listen, partner. If I'm going to get soiled in this cow dung stinky game, I need a lot more dough. Stanley became sad. I saw tears in his eyes. But that's all we've got. Maybe we could give you some gnarly items from the game. You can sell them at your auctions for real dough, so good deal? Yeah, sure. Items are fine. I'm not against digital goods. Thank you, detective. We had already talked about money. Good. Stanley sighed. He looked tired. Ask about these others. You often say we, our, and so... Whoa, shoot. I accidentally hit the button. Well, they're friends from Orange Dream. We chipped in for a game deck. Oh, where are we going? Oh, man, I didn't realize there would be so much talk. Sit down, please. Okay. I didn't feel tired, but I sat to be polite. Ask about the organization. Tell me more about your organization. Organization is a stretch. More of a group. It's called Orange Stream, as we wear orange. We farm on public farms. We play on free accounts, so we don't have access to the guild house, but we do have some small perks. We got our outfits, voice chat, but we don't talk anyway. Can I tell you now why we hired you? Okay, tell me. Why do you need a game deck? Okay, so we need help. Me and my friends from the group, we get disconnected a lot, especially lately. Weird. It was a job for IT, not a game deck. You get disconnected from a game? It could be software or hardware or the connection. No, that's not it. All those things are good. For sure, we just get kicked out of the game and all the progress just gets thrown away. Forced logouts were rare and usually caused by software issues, either in-game or in the computer controlling the player's couch. The cause would be displayed in the logs, and player had access to that data. As for the logs on the computer your couch is hooked up to must have reported the cause for those logouts. Did you keep those logs? Can you share them with me? I don't know how. I don't really know much about it. The technical knowledge of the players was often limited to turning on the equipment and launching the game. You know what? I could come over and check what you play on. Take a look at the software? That's not possible. Please, Gamedec, find another way, okay? Stanley froze. Suddenly, he looked as still as a frame. You okay? I checked the game log. He was still logged in. He hadn't been disconnected. Ugh, there's a small problem. My boss noticed I'm not where I'm supposed to be. He's looking at me. Ask about the boss. Who's your boss? He's an asshole. He's an asshole. I'll get in trouble if he catches me here. Tachypia? Issues with balance and speech distraction. These could be symptoms of exhaustion, but also side effects of pharmaceuticals. Stanley took off his hat and wiped his forehead as if he was sweating, even though the game didn't include it. He smiled, apologetically. I don't know what time it is, but I'm dead on my feet. I can see you're not doing well. Tell me how you feel. Well, pretty bad lately. Work's getting harder. Got a headache. My arms and legs are sore. Almost everything hurts. It's bad. Ask about the, ask him to tell you more. Go on. Well, I don't know how to describe it. I'm just kind of muddled. All that getting in and out of the game makes it so hard to remember what day it is, what happened, and so on. Ugh, the boss is going to check on me in Relium. I need to go. Others from the Orange folk will help. They're on public farms. Oh, you can exit the graveyard through the shrine. Let's meet here later, when you know something, okay? Stanley left the game and disappeared from the active players list. Alright, looks like I have to go to the Orange Folk farm. Orange Folk makes it seem like prisoner, right? Like prison uniform, things like that. I'm just making sure there's nothing here. I'm probably going to take a read if there's anything else. That's the shrine door. Nothing there. There is this. I do want to see this tomb. That was some nicely rendered stone texture. Who was buried here? Maybe that was where the ghost came from. Alright, don't have cheater. Take a closer look. If the candles burned completely, some NPC would have come to regularly replace them. That's why in cheaper games, candles are eternal. That's all I got. Okay, that is going to do it for today's episode. In the next episode, we'll go to the Orange Folk farm and see what the others are doing. We don't have a weapon either, so we won't be able to, you know, take part in that. I got nothing. I got nothing yet other than some accidents, maybe? People faint and logged off. Okay. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.